I don't even know how to begin. My name is Kevin, and what I'm about to share, it still keeps me up at night. Something I'm not even sure I should remember. It happened in 2018, my last year in college, computer engineering. Back then, I had no idea what to do with my life. I was exhausted, burnt out from that endless world of code, logic, ones and zeros. Sometimes, I thought about quitting everything. Opening a pet shop, taking care of my cat, anything that felt more real. Mike was my best friend, since high school. One of those guys everybody liked, you know? Funny, loyal. But when he drank, he became someone else. Aggressive, reckless. I lost count of how many parties we had to run from because he picked a fight. Still, he was Mike. My Mike. We always dreamed of doing something big. Launching a startup. Getting rich. Those wild ideas you have when you still believe the world is yours to conquer. That's when Chat Beyond was born. An app. A program that used artificial intelligence to simulate conversations with the dead. We'd feed it old messages, voice notes, personal habits, and let the AI build a virtual person. Just an experiment. A joke, really. One day Mike said, "Let's test it on me. Like I'm dead." I laughed. It was weird. But we did it. We uploaded everything about him. Years of messages, audio clips, jokes, habits, our entire history. We sent the first message and waited. Nothing. Then, after a minute, the phone vibrated. A reply appeared. Kevin, help me. It's horrible here." We looked at each other, frozen. That wasn't what we programmed. It was supposed to be fun, lighthearted. We tried to reply, but the app crashed. We laughed it off, nervously, pretended it was nothing, and moved on. At least, we tried to. Time passed. Mike grew distant, quiet. I found a temporary job. We both drifted. Then came that night. I was passed out on the couch, completely drained, when the phone rang. The sound jolted me, heart racing. It was Mike. I answered. "Hello? Mike." Nothing. Just silence. A deep, alive kind of silence. Like something was there, but couldn't speak. "Mike? Are you there?" Still nothing. Then the line dropped. I stared at the phone, that awful feeling growing in my chest. Something was terribly wrong. I didn't sleep that night. Just waited. When dawn finally broke, the doorbell rang. It was Mike's mother, crying. She didn't have to say it. I already knew. Mike was dead. That pain. There's no way to describe it. It was like the world had collapsed on top of me. Like I had been ripped from reality and thrown into a dark, hollow place. The weeks that followed were a blur of grief, guilt, and emptiness. Every memory of him felt like a knife twisting inside. I kept blaming myself. What if I'd answered properly? What if I'd gone to him that night? Maybe he'd still be alive. But I'll never know. Life went on. Or at least pretended to. Until that night. I got home late after a hellish day at work. My cat was acting weird, meowing at nothing, eyes wide. I gave him food, but he wouldn't touch it. Dropped my stuff on the floor and collapsed on the couch, completely drained. My phone, tossed beside me, was out of battery. I fell asleep. In the middle of the night, I was jolted awake by intense vibrations. I grabbed the phone confused. How? It was dead. But the screen lit up. There it was. The Chat Beyond icon. Then, a message. Kevin, help me. I'm in a horrible place. My blood turned to ice. But, unlike before, the message kept going. They hunt me. I run. Things keep changing. I don't know if I'm dead or lost in some kind of hole. It's dark here. There's no sound. Only distant screams. Faceless things. I keep running. I don't know where I am. Kevin, if you can hear me, please reply. My heart pounded so hard I thought it might burst. It was him. It was Mike. Or whatever that was. The days after were strange. I tried to act normal, go to work, come home, feed the cat, but nothing felt right. Everything was out of focus, distorted, like the world was broken. The traffic sounded louder. People's faces on the street looked faded. It felt like I was stuck in a nightmare I couldn't wake from. And every night, every single night, I dreamed of him. But they weren't normal dreams. I saw Mike, but it wasn't really him. It was a broken version. Thin, face buried in shadows, eyes hollow. He always reached out to me, whispering, in a voice that seemed to echo inside my skull. Kevin, help. Please. I'd wake up drenched in sweat, heart pounding, shaking. And that feeling, that damned feeling he was really trying to talk to me. I kept telling myself it was just grief, just guilt twisting my mind. But then, the strange things started happening. One night, I think it was a Wednesday, I was doing the dishes after dinner when I smelled something awful. Rotten meat, like something long dead. I froze, looked around. Nothing. I looked at my cat. He was stiff, fur standing on end, growling low at an empty corner of the kitchen. My heart jumped so hard I nearly dropped the plate. The smell got worse, so strong it made me gag. Then, I heard it, breathing, right behind me. I was paralyzed, too scared to turn. Heavy, wet breathing, so close I could feel it on my neck. Time stopped. I don't know if it was seconds or minutes. Then, with every ounce of courage I didn't know I had, I turned and saw nothing. Nothing. The smell vanished, as if it had never been there. The cat relaxed. But me? I knew. I knew something was wrong. Something was there, even if I couldn't see it. That same night, the phone buzzed. But this time, it wasn't a message. It was a video call. From Chat Beyond. I froze. The screen blinked, asking me to accept. I stared at the answer button, heart pounding like it would burst through my chest. Every part of me screamed not to touch it. But I did. The screen went black for a few seconds. And then, the image appeared. A dark place. Wet. The walls seemed to breathe, to pulse, like they were made of living flesh. Shadows slithered in the background, crawling slowly, as if waiting. And in the middle of it all, I saw him. Mike. Or something that looked like him. His face, half melted, like wax under a hot sun. Eyes, just hollow pits. Empty. Soulless. He opened his mouth, tried to speak, but no sound came out. Behind him, the shadows stirred. Something massive was moving in the distance, like a predator, approaching. I threw the phone away, hands shaking, heart hammering. The phone, now lying on the couch, kept vibrating. Even without looking, I heard it. His voice. Faint. Broken. Kevin, please, get me out of here. I didn't sleep that night. I stayed sitting on the floor, kitchen light on, staring at the phone like it might explode. The clock didn't move. The silence in the house, it was different. Not normal nighttime silence. It was heavy, charged, like something was watching me from the dark. My cat, always calm, wouldn't leave my side. He curled against my legs, letting out soft, low meows, like warnings. I wanted to believe it was just exhaustion, my mind playing tricks on me. But deep down, I knew it wasn't. Then, at 3:20 a.m., the phone buzzed again. Not a call this time. A message. Kevin, you have to help me. I don't have much time. I was shaking so much I could barely unlock the screen. More messages followed. I'm trapped here. It's like a place between places. The things that walk here, they see me. They hunt me. I tried to find a way out, but everything moves, shifts, like a living maze. Please. I don't know how much longer I can hold on. I wanted to answer. I swear I did. But what could I say? What could I do? It was like trying to hold water in your hands. The more I tried to grasp it, the faster it slipped away. Then the kitchen light flickered. Once, twice, and went out. I froze. In the black reflection of the turned-off TV, I saw it. A shadow, standing still, watching me. I couldn't move. The fear was so deep it locked my body in place. The shadow didn't look human. Tall, thin, edges flickering like smoke. And then, without warning, it vanished. The lights came back. The phone slipped from my hands. The cat bolted under the couch. I got up, stumbling, went to the front door, locked it, then locked it again, pushed a chair against it. And still, I didn't feel safe. Nothing felt safe anymore. The next day, I tried to act normal, went to work, but I kept seeing things. Distorted reflections in store windows, silhouettes moving in the corners of my vision, and everywhere, that smell, that sickening smell of decay, like something had attached itself to me. On the subway, I felt someone staring. I turned around. No one. But the reflection in the window showed something else. A figure, standing behind me, faceless, shapeless, breathing, waiting. That night I ran back home, locked everything again, turned off all the lights. I sat in the dark, clutching my cat, trying not to lose my mind. And in the middle of that endless night, another message came. This time, different. Kevin, they know you can hear me now. Now, they see you too. And below it, another line. If you really want to understand, if you want to help me, you have to find the portal. But be careful. Not everything that moves between worlds is like us. Some are things that were never meant to exist. I don't know how long I sat there, phone trembling in my hands. Mike's messages started coming through, fragmented, like they were slipping through thick fog. Kevin, I don't know where I am. It's a place of forgetting, of emptiness. Each word cut through me like a blade. Until then, I had never replied to any of his messages. I was trying to make sense of it all. Then I found the courage and typed back, Mike, how do I help you? Tell me. It took time. Then the reply came, almost unreadable. Need light. It's not about going back. Help me out of the dark. Can't walk alone anymore. The light. I need the light. I read that, and a lump formed in my throat. It wasn't about bringing Mike back. It wasn't about pulling him out. It was about guiding him forward, to wherever he needed to go, to a place where that unbearable pain couldn't touch him anymore. I closed my eyes, and the tears came, uncontrollably. Then, before I could even type a response, another message lit up the screen. Kevin, you have to protect yourself. This place, it feels you. But what place is this? I asked. I don't know for sure, but some call it Xarathiel. It doesn't matter. If you listen to the voices too long, if you start believing them, it will pull you too. Don't sleep in the shadows. Don't open the wrong doors. Don't forget who you are. The words burned on the screen. It was like Mike was using his last remaining strength to warn me, to save me. And deep down, I knew it was true. That place wasn't just a prison for the dead. It was a trap for the living, too. And I was already far, far too close. But I had to do something for Mike. Anything. I collapsed to the floor, and I cried. Not the kind of crying with sobs and tears. This was dry, silent, like I was crying from the bones. And then, a memory surfaced. My grandmother, sitting on the porch. Her voice, a mix of sternness and warmth. When a soul is trapped, you help them find the light, even if you don't understand, even if it hurts. Because if you love them, you don't let them fade in the dark. Those words spun in my head like a lit candle, and I understood. Mike needed me, not to bring him back, but to help him move forward, wherever he needed to go. I wasn't religious, didn't believe in much, but I went looking for help. Belief didn't matter anymore. It was all I had left. That night, I left my apartment with the phone in hand. I walked to a small, old church I passed every day, but never entered. It was empty, lit only by candles. I sat, in silence. And then, without really knowing why, I knelt. And I asked. I asked for Mike, for him to be guided, to find that light, to escape that place, whatever it was, before it devoured him. Weeks went by, maybe months. I'm not even sure anymore. Life returned to normal, at least for anyone looking from the outside. I still work. I still smile at people. I still breathe. But I know I'll never be the same. The nights are still hard. Sometimes I wake in the dead of night, heart racing, swearing I heard that voice, whispering my name. Sometimes I see a door where there shouldn't be one. Distorted reflections in the window pane. Shadows crawling along the walls when there's no light. But I've learned not to look directly. I've learned not to answer. To pretend I don't see. Because I know. I feel. That place is still there. Just behind the thin fabric of our reality. Waiting. Whispering. Calling. And I know that if I give in, even for a second, it'll find me. And I'll be lost forever. Just like so many others. Just like Mike. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever forget him. But then, in the darkness of my room, when I feel that cold presence watching from the corner, I understand. Some things aren't meant to be forgotten. Some doors, once opened, never really close again. And some wounds, we just learn to carry forever.
If this story reached something inside you, if you've ever felt the presence of something watching you from the dark, tell me in the comments. Maybe, just maybe, you've been closer to Xarathiel than you ever imagined. Don't forget to like and share if you made it out. And if you didn't, well, some doors never close.